There's one issue we have to really address, and it's a sticky, tough issue. And it's one that you want to let go, but you're not going to right away. It's going to take a little bit because it's so sticky, it's so ingrained, it's so ugly. And it makes you a victim. It makes you a victim. You have really come a long way, brought in a lot of wisdom, and really stopped being a victim to your parents. Doesn't that seem like ages ago where, the family stuff and blaming them? You stop being a victim to your exes, your ex, husbands and wives and partners and lovers, because you realized it was just like dragging around a lot of extra garbage with you. So you stop being a victim to them. You stop being a victim to mass consciousness, kind of generally. I mean, you realize it's still there, it can be seductive, but you stop letting it really bother you. But you got this one victim thing, big victim thing left. And it's the victim of feeling guilt, That makes you a victim. I'm guilty because I did something bad to another person. I'm guilty because I'm just, I'm not a nice person. I'm guilty because I'm still carrying around things that I did a long time ago, my secrets, whether they're dirty secrets, whether they're just deeply submerged secrets. And guilt will make you a victim more than other people, more than anything on the outside. As we're opening the wings right now, and we're about to take off, really to emerge. If you got that sticky stuff on your wings, you're not going to fly very well. You'll tumble a lot. It's time to take a look at feelings of guilt that are within. Now, they're funny because they're there. You know they're there. You actually know what they are. But the mind plays a game. The mind plays a huge game. And first of all, it will deny being a victim until you finally realize that your own guilt is the biggest sense of victimness that you'll ever have. Your own guilt, far greater than being a victim to a bad family or a bad relationship or job or whatever. You hang on to that guilt. You hang on to it out of shame. You hang on to it as the biggest form of self-testing that you have. You won't let it go because you're feeling too guilty. You're feeling that you did something so incredibly terrible. You can't let it go. How could you let it go? How could you just make it go away? Well, there's something inside you that says that wouldn't be right to just release myself from that. I have to carry that around in order to remind myself not to be a bad human anymore. So you have this tremendous, this guilt that turns you into your own victim. Usually one thinks of the victim as being something outside of them. But actually, the biggest victim, the biggest cause of being a victim is yourself, your guilt. It presents an interesting dilemma here. What do you do with it? How do you handle guilt? I can tell you right now, and most of you know, you can't fight guilt. It will win. It knows where your vulnerable spots are. What do you do with it? You can't go into embodied realization with being a victim. You've gotten over the outside victim stuff, but what about that inside victim? What about the guilt? As I'm talking here, you feel into the energies of the room, of all of us here together. There are amazing flashbacks. You just feel the energy just zooming all around as each and every one of you looks into your own guilt. And it's funny, the mind has a way of hiding it. You know it's there. You know it's there, but you can't say the word. Easiest word, but it's hard to say. That's what guilt does. And, you know, we're not going to process the guilt. I really actually don't have any patience for it. We're just going to get rid of it. But that brings up guilt, about guilt.